Hello, my YouTube friends. Don't worry, I'm not like that other one. Just friends. Um, I'm having a day. I figured I'd come and share it with you. And it's nothing. There's nothing happening. That's the problem, I think. Um, Having a depression day. And I don't even. Okay, with true depression, do you know why? No. Like, okay, back in February, I had a depression day, but I knew it was because of what day it was and everything. It's just kind of. I think those are normal. Not that depression isn't normal, but that was just a normal grief day. So that day was a grief day, not a depression day. Um, but today, actually, this whole week, I've been suffering with depression. Well, I can't say that either. Everything is really not coming off correctly because my brain's not working correctly. Um, I've suffered from depression for decades, so this isn't anything new to me or too concerning. Don't worry about it. It'll pass. It will pass. This too shall pass. Sometimes in the moments it feels like this will never end or it's something horrible or whatever, but I'm not. And so for me, like, I feel suspended. Um, like the Nirvana baby, in the water, just the suspended in space. We all know that baby was flopping and floating to get the picture taken, but in the picture it's just suspended. That's how I feel the picture, suspended. Um, I don't know. I want to leave the house. That's usually not a my depression usually makes me not want to leave the house, but it's been 3 days and I want to leave the house. I'm kind of in one of those positions where I'm waiting on, when you're waiting on a delivery or a repairman, and they're like, we'll be here between this time and that time, and then they're not really, and we have to reschedule. And so things have been happening that I'm just been stuck at home, and it's not anybody's true fault or like, but it just, the longer I'm here, the harder it is. And that makes it difficult because I work from home. I have my own business, so I can work when I want to, not when I want to. Of course, that doesn't get the bills paid, but I mean, it's functional and that's how it works. But so I'm kind of in that position of like, I want to do something and I don't know what I want to do, but probably go to the grocery store. Something simple. Nothing too drastic. I want some coffee creamer. I know, right? Stupid. But when you're stuck, you're stuck. And I can do it when he comes home, but then by that time, I don't want to do it. So it's tricky. It's a very tricky situation. Um, I know a lot of you have resonated with some of the things that have come up in our, not my lives here, but I've done lives with Chicago and other places. And so I know a lot of you suffer from depression. I know a lot of you suffer from anxiety. And you're not alone. Just know that you're not alone. Um, Luckily for me, like, I, y'all know I have Venus here with me, right? So I gotta get my arm back from her. For me, like, so like there's a line that, see, so there's a line. Why do I not have anything I'm looking for? I feel like this, like I'm flatline. Like there's no, just, I'm surviving. It's there. And then for me, I'm not very artistic, but for me, there's a high and there's a low. I never hit the high. I don't have any mania. I suffer from anxiety, and that's the highest I ever get, and it's in my brain. It's just like, what's going on in there? But you never see it out here, so you're lucky. But down here would be, like that, not here no more kind of feeling, and I don't get there. So I just I like to where's mine? Stay in here. Because you don't want to go too high, come on. That's like, I don't want to be manic. I just don't. But, so I kind of like to stay in here. And this is, to be there. But to come down here, I don't want to be there either. So, I have to count my blessings where they are. And I'm not there. So, to be flat and in that line of just blah is better than being in other places. So, take it for what it's worth. It's a good day, right? I don't know. I know other people have more extremes or more low patches, and I've been there. So like I don't want to tell what year it was. In one stage of my life, I had a bedroom with one window, and it had a bathroom off of it. It was not the ensuite. It was just one of those like where you had an extra room to the hall. The bathroom could go to the hall or to the bedroom. I was in that room. And I put a very thick blanket over my window, nailed it up there, and made it pitch black in there. And I didn't come out for nothing. I went to that bathroom, I went to that bed, and I didn't do anything. I didn't move. I didn't, nothing. So I've been there, and I don't want to be there again. So I guess this part of my life is always, if I can learn a lesson from something, I'm more apt to feel better about the situation. So I try to think of everything has a reason, and there's a lesson behind everything, even those horrible things that we don't want to happen to us. So that does happen, and I do feel that way, but I try to find some meaning to it to give me some reason to learn something from it and to move on to the next thing that comes my way. What do you do to get out of it? I mean, is there something that you can... I know everybody has a different feeling about everything. I shop online per se, but not like for that release. So I like to go to the store, because there was a whole time I wasn't allowed. It's so much in my life, so much. So when I went through a period of time with my ex where I wasn't allowed to go to the store. I wasn't allowed to have money, debit card thing. I had to write a list, and he went and brought stuff back. But so I went through a whole period of that, and then it got to where I didn't want to go because it was scary, and I think it's just a mind game. But I really, really like to go to Kroger, and I know that sounds crazy, but I like to find the deal and the special and the manager's markdowns, and so there's something about doing that just makes me feel better. But so I haven't been able to do that this week, and that's a whole nother, I need to go. And I've been trying that. Then I was like, oh great, I've saved some money this week. I didn't have to buy groceries. Are expensive. Come on, y'all, you know that. But now I've been wanting coffee creamer for 2 days. Well, I used it all yesterday, so I knew it was coming. So like on the first day, I was like, ooh, I'm running low. The second day, I was like, ugh. So it's just been getting to the point where I need coffee creamer. I need it today. I had to use milk, and I don't like milk. I mean, I do like milk, but not for that purpose. I don't use sugar or sweetener in my coffee, so that creamer helps, That's a whole nother thing. Have you found that eating anything makes you... I know everybody has different things, and I've been reading up on like a blood type... I hate to say the word diet, because I don't want to mean diet, but diet in the form of eating what you eat in that line of food range. And it's a blood type diet. And so I've been looking at that, and like for my blood type, it says that I thrive on not eating meat, and not against eating meat. I know there's a whole nother issue in that, but so I did go through a period of where I didn't eat meat, and it was just for other reasons, but it did make me feel better. And I don't mean like because I didn't eat meat. I think it's just my body and the way I process it. And I love meat. Don't get me wrong. I love me some bacon and chicken and steak, with hamburgers. It's not about that. It's just about how it makes me feel metabolizing it, I guess, and what it does to me in my chemicals and how I balance things and stuff. So, have you ever heard of anything like that? And does it ever affect you to have, and I'm not talking about like the thought process of eating something by how it was processed or grown or organic or not in that realm of things, but in the in how it makes you feel. And I don't notice anything different about whether it's organic or not organic. I mean, I know why it's that way and why you want to purchase it that way or what the thought process behind it, but I don't feel benefits of organic. So that's just not that it matters. I'm just saying, is there something that makes you feel a different way, the way your body metabolizes it or the way you go through it? Not a doctor, not a clinician, not a therapist, not a nutritionist, none of that. I'm just talking about basically how, human living, how does it work for you? That was something I noticed because I did a challenge, if you want to call it that. It's called a diet, but it's a challenge where it was worse than vegan. It's no... So, vegetables, anything grown. I'm trying to think how. So, no dairy, no eggs, no any of that. No fish, no chicken, no meat, no butter. What else? No yeast, no leavened bread. So, anything like a cracker or any bread. I did learn to make some wheat flatbreads, and I bought some almond flour this last time, and those are good, but there's no yeast or anything in it. So maybe it was one of those. Maybe it's a gluten thing. I don't know. I really don't know, but it did make me feel better. But I still wanted a burger when it was all done. Just that, that burger and fries and pizza and, I don't know. So you get used to certain things, but just curious if anybody's had any of those. My other puppy's over here. Come here. So let me know if there's anything you have done that changed things or made you feel a certain way. I'm open to try things, I'll be honest with you. I've tried herbs and vitamins, and I do vitamin D. I suffer from vitamin D deficiency, so I take vitamin D, and I probably need to up that right now, to be honest with you, because I haven't been out and getting like natural vitamin D at the moment. I mean, I take the dogs out and we play around the backyard and stuff. So I am getting outside. I don't want to make it like, oh, I'm in a cave. It's not like that, but you know what I mean. I want to go somewhere, like get in the car and drive. That's a whole nother thing. I love road trips. I know people don't, but I do. And especially to like head north out of Texas. So like in Arkansas and Oklahoma, mostly Arkansas, I think, is more to me. Well, no, Oklahoma's pretty too. The mountains, the different terrain and stuff. And then when you get up, like say in Tennessee and Kentucky and Georgia, the northern, up in there. And of course, anywhere on the coast with the ocean. That's San Francisco, Florida. I've been in those places and enjoyed that a lot. But Texas is pretty flat. I mean, it's got some hills to it, if you will. I mean, it's not, but it's just not. It's not like other states where the foliage changes and it gets really green or orange and yellows and things like that when the trees change and stuff. So I just love to go other places, I'll be honest with you. And my family, they live in other states, so I'd kind of like to go visit them or something. I want out of here. And I don't mean like, I just want to go on a trip. Maybe that's it. Not just a Kroger. I want to go on a trip. I changed my mind just here talking to you. I've decided I want to go on a trip. No, I still want my creamer. So this is how my brain works. Lots going on up in here, which is good because earlier today there wasn't nothing. It was flat. No thought process, no nothing. Didn't care. Didn't kind of zone. That's not good either. So to have some thoughts and to think about things. I do have some thoughts on some topics that I've already talked about, but I kind of think I need to do them and they're separate. I don't know. What do y'all think? Because it's going to get lost at the end of this if I bring it up. But this is a mental health check-in. I'm not okay, but I am okay. If that makes sense. It could be better, but I'm not where it could be, so it's all good. I hope you're doing good. I have learned over time that there's certain things I just have to do that work for my staying clean, keeping the house clean, things like that. Just, you have to do certain things to keep you in a certain frame of mind and not fall too deep into the crevice, So those are being done. I need to do my taxes. Has anyone done their taxes? I got my stuff here. Like I said, I'm self-employed, so I have to do all that. And then I have some jobs that are contracts. So I have 1099. It's not hard. It's just, it's time. I got to do it. I got to renew my license. My birthday's next month. To have my driver's license and my license to carry. Got to renew those. It's time. So it's like every 3 or 5 years. I'm not sure on the carry. I can't remember, but it's this year. Both of them are this year. So happy birthday to me because I have to renew my licenses and I'm not done it yet. And I'll probably be expired for a little bit in between, but I'm doing it. So I need to do that. So I have to do my license. I have to do my taxes. Pay bills. Do y'all do bills in a certain way? I can't do online. I can do online. Pay them online. I pay that way, but I'm going to show my stuff here. But I have a thing with each month on it and each thing that I have to pay, and I like to check it off. And the faster I can check off that month or even the next month, makes me feel good, like I've accomplished something. So I need to do that. I only have like 1 more or 2 more for March, and I've already started on April. But that makes me feel better to get my check marks done. I guess I'm a reward system person, I think. I want my coffee creamer. I want my check marks. So that's learning something about myself just talking to y'all. So I didn't really put it together before, but things are starting to make some sense in how this works for me. But I don't want to do my taxes. I just want to get it over with. So I do want to do my taxes, but I think I'll do that. Talked me right into it. Y'all are fabulous. So if you're having some issues, I know you don't publicly need to say anything unless you don't want to, but just put a heart, put something in, let's do a heart. If you're not struggling, but if you can resonate and you know what's going on here, just put a heart, and that way I know you're there too. Not to my level. Nobody's ever got to be at my level. I'm not saying that, but just let me know. So thanks for listening. I know this was a one-off, a different what's going on in my head, different series, but I think there's people who struggle with this, and I think there's people who have to know that other people are going through it too. You're not alone. So do something good for yourself. Leave me a heart if you're feeling this way. Leave me a heart if you just care. Nobody will know the difference. Bye.